Hey guys, it's Alexander, or better known as Loomis when I'm online. It's been a couple weeks since I uploaded. I apologize for that. I recently started a new job and I've been very busy lately, but I found a really nice short story today and it's called I Was Born with the Ability to See Thoughts. There's something living in my coworker's mind. It was written by Lesser Skeleton on Reddit. He has a lot of other stories too, so be sure to check him out and show him some love. I really enjoyed this read, so I hope you guys enjoy hearing it. If you did, you already know what to do. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. I've never told this to anyone, not even my family. But I feel it necessary to write this after what I saw a few days ago. People like to think that their thoughts are private, never to be seen by anyone but themselves. But to me, minds are like open windows, easy to be peered into and invaded. It's sort of like tuning a radio. I can choose whose thoughts I want to listen in on and when to reach in. I was just sort of born with this ability. I'm not really sure why. I've learned to glide through life without drawing that much attention. Smile when people expect it, nod when they need reassurance. It's easy when you already know what they expect to hear. But of course, not all gifts come without downsides. Some thoughts best go unseen. I've heard things I truly wish I hadn't. Not just painful truths or depressing regrets. No, I've seen things far darker than that. The most sick and twisted of sexual fantasies. The burning sadistic desire to kill and inflict suffering. Festering, writhing hatred for all of humanity. You'd be surprised what some people hide behind a calm exterior. What I'm trying to say is that I thought I'd seen it all. I thought I knew what the darkest, most sinister things on this planet were. That all changed a few days ago. I've worked in retail for a couple months as of writing this. Closing shift at a cheap grocery store. The kind with bright lights, loud pop music, and dried up plants by the entrance. It was about as uninteresting as it sounds. That was until he showed up. He just appeared on the schedule one day as Jack. Corporate said he was a transfer. The first shift I had with him was 3 days ago, stocking the back shelves together. He didn't talk much, didn't ask questions, didn't seem confused by anything. He just knew where everything went. That was the first red flag. The second was the silence. No matter how meditative someone is, nobody can truly stop thinking. The human mind simply doesn't work that way. Even when you're sleeping, your brain is still creating thoughts. Minds can be quiet, sure, but they can never be silent. Jack's was dead silent. His mind was like a black hole, almost suffocatingly quiet. No thoughts, no feelings, not the slightest peep. Just a cold, empty pit where a person should have been. I can't possibly describe to you how shocking it felt reading his thoughts for the first time, only to be met with nothing. It was just so unnatural, so impossible. It felt like my entire perception of the universe was being thrown away. I focused harder, straining myself to dig deeper into his mind, desperate to find something, anything. And I did find something, at least a trace of something. I could just barely pick up on it underneath all the silence. It was like a faint, rancid odor from something far away, festering in the distance. It felt sinister. It felt vile. It felt disgusting. It felt like it was staring back at me. Like I was looking down at a black, murky ocean with a massive, inhuman face, just barely visible a few dozen meters below the surface, gleefully smiling up at me. And then, for a brief moment, I caught a glimpse of something. Not just a trace, not just a feeling. I saw it. Only a glimpse, and a blurred one at that. But for a few seconds, I saw it. It wasn't a thought. It wasn't like anything else I've seen in someone's mind. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I'll do my best. From what I can make out, a massive labyrinth larger than a planet, constructed from rancid, rotting, moldy red meat, all of it swarming with trillions of maggots, flies, and other hellish insects, some of them mutated to freakish proportions. There were a few thousand people in the labyrinth, each horribly maimed in their own gruesome way. They were ravenously eating away at the rotting meat, their stomachs bloating to ridiculous sizes, only to eventually shit it all out. That was their eternity. I don't think they were allowed to die. I don't think the labyrinth would let them. And then, I could no longer see it. The glimpse was over. It was less than 5 seconds, but it felt like hours. I had seen so much, and yet somehow, I could tell that I only scratched the surface. That labyrinth was only the tip of the iceberg, and if I kept digging deeper, I would find things far, far, far worse. I remember standing there for several minutes, completely paralyzed, sweat coating me from head to toe. I don't think I'd ever been more scared in my life. I felt like my mind was unraveling. I had seen something I wasn't supposed to. Something that was never meant to be seen. And the worst part is, it saw me back. It knew I was looking at it. I'm 100% sure about it. I don't know how I know, but I do. Maybe it's a sixth sense, or maybe it wanted me to know. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is that it saw me. Jack didn't pay any attention to me. He was still silently stocking the shelves, acting like I wasn't even there. A blank expression on his face. He wasn't human. That wasn't even a debate. It was just wearing a lifeless human body, like a cheap disguise. I ran out of the building as fast as I could, making sure I got as far away as possible before calling my boss. I told him I had a family emergency, that I probably wouldn't be able to come back to work for a few days. He was a reasonable guy, so he understood. It's been 3 days since then, and I can't stop thinking about it. What I saw. That labyrinth. The people inside. The details are still burned into my mind. And I don't think I'll ever be able to rid myself of them. My hands won't stop shaking. I can feel my sanity slowly slipping away. But what scares me the most is that what I saw wasn't the worst of it. The labyrinth was just the thing on the surface. The thing I saw first. I could tell there was more. A lot more. The rabbit hole went far, far deeper down. And now, I can't shake the horrible feeling of being watched. I don't know what to do. I don't think there's much I can do. I caught a glimpse of something I wasn't supposed to see. And now I'm going to be punished. There are fates worse than death in this world. And I can only pray I'm not to meet with one.